Hello, everybody, and welcome back to 20 Sides of Failure. Appreciate everyone joining us for this, whether it be live or on Tuesdays. I think that's when they come out. I don't know. I don't handle that part. Thankfully, I have awesome people who handle that for me. Unfortunately, I don't know if we're going to have our lovely human cleric today, but we can hope. We'll send good vibes their way, but we do have everyone else that we should probably get to know, so let's go ahead and get that right started. Also, bear with me, my words, no word lately. So let's go ahead and get started with our elven sorcerer.
Oh,
Don't sound so disappointed. I'm sorry.
no. Well, the wrong picture's up there, but that's okay.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. That is on me. That'll be next session.
No, you're good. You're good. Hello everyone. My name is Mythix, and I am the voice of Arabella Avalon, who is currently in disguise right now. As they approach her hometown, her home country, Olnevia. She is the draconic fire sorceress, who I think everybody loves most days. My quote is from Geraldine from the Romanticy Zodiac Academy. And it is, Lady Petunia had her taste of forbidden fruit, but I'll be guiding her towards safer pastures in the future and not be around floppy sea cucumbers. It wasn't floppy. Take that as you will.
I don't know if we're gonna get banned from that quote, but we'll find out. Let's go ahead. Well, it's fine. I'm sure we've said worse. Let's hop over to our Eladrin Ranger.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on those time zones. My name is Eggsbenny, and today I'll be playing Varys Besserfell and reading a quote from the actor Anthony Hopkins. I think the healthy way to live is to make friends with the beast inside oneself, and that means not the beast, but the shadow, the dark side of one's nature. Have fun with it, and is to accept everything about ourselves.
Nice, I like it. Let's hop over to our Tiefling Fighter.
Hello, everybody. It is your friendly neighborhood Ness here, and I will play our Tiefling fighter, Barbar Aspen Lacuna. My quote comes from Dumb Soft Heart on Tumblr, and I feel like it's very thematic. I've tried being gentle about it, and I've tried being violent about it, and I've tried being patient about it, and I've tried being angry about it, and I've tried writing about it, and I've tried talking about it, and I've tried being quiet about it, but it never fucking goes away.
Feel it. Let's go to our Human Warlock.
Hello, I am Dusky and I am playing the one, the only Maxwell Belmont. And my quote actually comes from a Disney movie, Hercules, from Meg. I'm a big tough girl. I tie my own sandals and everything.
I love Meg. That was a mood back in the day. Let's go. Last but not least. Yes, hold on. Yep. Yep. I'm accurate. Our Elven Ranger.
Hello. I'm Nurin, and today I will be doing Fiora. Also, D, that's hysterical. I nearly used a line from Meg also.
That is hilarious.
I changed it, though, to my quote from the book, The Dark Lord's Guide to Dating and Other War Crimes. Griffin, I'm kidnapping a noble woman. I doubt she'll appreciate a fruit basket.
That's fair. I feel like I would appreciate a noble woman over a fruit basket as well, but that's just me. Hello everybody, I am your Dungeon Master for today. I am Solro. I don't know where my quote comes from. I found it, I'm pretty sure it's from Reddit, but I don't know who said it, so if you know it, throw it in the comments. Welcome to, but, dead, I am. But dead not yet. Deadly alive and lively dead. Let that one
That
sink
is
in.
such a mood.
I saw it and I was like, I had to read it 5 times to be like, yeah, okay, I think I was at a couple other ones, but I'm like, no, I think that's gonna be the one for today. But with that, we'll get into today's episode, which is 55. If you can believe it or not. But sup, Luke? Calling it out on the first one. Haha. But last episode, the party finally ran into or reached the city of Elen'thalas, where they were able to find the quiet recompense to secure passage with the captain. The boat will be leaving within 2 days. One of the party members, Varys, went to a pet shop looking to get a harness for a bear that they are commissioning, but they had to return soon to let them know how many days they had to make it. Upon all of this, the party had some fun in a tavern. Some had more fun than others. Some got reprimanded for having fun. But nonetheless, the vibes are immaculate and all over the place. And we leave off as the party leaving the captain of the Quiet Recompense to find shelter for at least the night ahead of them. As the night settles across Elen'thalas, as the harbor lanterns begin to glow one by one along the docks with the moon high in the night sky. Ships creak softly in their moorings. Sailors shout across the water, hauling ropes and crates, trying to finish what they can. The scent of salt, cooking fish, and wood smoke drifts through the air. Beyond the docks, the port town stretches upward and along the coastal hills. A maze of lantern-lit streets, taverns spilling laughter into the night, and narrow alleys where shadows gather. You have 2 nights before your ship leaves. Now it's time to find a place to sleep. Where shall that be? You tell me. Do you go back to the salted? I have it. Where did it go?
Kelp, I believe.
Yes. Do you go back to the salted kelp? I know Arabella. You know, just from stories being told. Actually, you know what? Roll me. No, you rolled a history check last time. You rolled very well. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that for the area. So, you know, over in the Lantern Quarter, near the waterfront, is the Driftwood Lantern. You know of the Salted Kelp, which you've already been to. And in the lower Silver Terrace, towards like the Merchant District, you know of the Gilded Compass. Those are 3 taverns that come to your mind when you think of bedding down.
She's kind of looking at the group and debating the different taverns that she has in her head.
The question I would pose would be, which one is the least likely for us to get robbed in our sleep?
That I would tell, if Arabella, you're paying any attention to it, that would require another history check to see if you can remember.
Sure. Over here.
Eight, 30, 20. Oh, hang on 1 second, because chat can't. Oh, wait. I need that to work. Give me 1 second, because I need to get this up for chat. It's Firefox. Sorry. Is that it?
Technical difficulties.
There we go. No, I just forgot to throw up the chat for them to be able to see the dice rolls. The dirty 20, you would say probably the Gilded Compass, or, excuse me, probably the compass or the driftwood lantern would be the two.
Ironically, that's what I was thinking in my head. Let's go for driftwood lantern. Driftwood lantern.
Okay. So this is the lantern quarter. It's near the waterfront. So you approach, there's a low, wide tavern built from pale sandstone blocks with a curved roof resembling the hull of an overturned ship. Dozens of colored lanterns hang outside on ropes swaying gently in the sea breeze. Inside, warm light fills a busy room packed with sailors, traders, and dock workers. The air smells of roasted fish, salt, and spiced ale. Music often drips from corner where traveling musicians play. You can feel that this place is a little bit more welcoming while it is busy. This one seems to be the most popular and welcoming as people are enjoying their music, enjoying their fest. If you're wanting quieter, you may want to do the other one.
She kind of looks over at the group, trying to get a feel for how they feel. She kind of says, "So, if you're interested, this is a very welcoming tavern. It might be a little noisy, but you definitely won't get robbed over here. Then we have Gilded Compass over there. It might be a little bit quieter, but also the same atmosphere of nothing will happen to us."
Here you might blend in more because there's more people. The other one's going to be quieter, you will stand out more, but there's less people.
Given that information, I would say Aspen puts a vote for staying here for now, just to help blend in a little bit. Look like we are actually, on the vacation that was set up earlier this day. But I'm up for wherever anybody wants to go, so.
Yeah, to be fair, I think the concept of if we are here, then we'll blend in more is something that Varys will put a vote towards.
Great, then Driftwood Lantern is the place to be.
Alrighty.
And she'll walk in and hope everyone will follow.
Yeah, sure.
Everyone but Varys follows. As for the thing in the sidelines chat.
Yep.
But she does come back once she's done.
Yep. Alrighty. Give me a moment to find my notes. Trying to find. Sorry, technical difficulties again. Alrighty. Inside, the tavern is alive. Warm light fills the wide room, reflecting off polished wooden tables and the brass hooks of hanging lanterns overhead. Sailors crowd along long tables, their voices rising and falling in laughter and rough stories of storms and distant shores. Dockworkers with salt still crusted on their boots lean over tankards of dark ale while traders in travel-stained coats argue quietly over maps and ledgers. The smell of roasted fish, sea salt, wood smoke, and spice ale also fills your nostrils. Near the far wall, traveling musicians sit on a stool beside the hearth, plucking a lively tune from a worn lute while a pair of sailors attempt to clap along to the rhythm. For all the noise and movement, there's something comfortable about the place. The kind of tavern where strangers are welcome, stories are traded freely, and the sea never feels very far away. Tonight, it seems nearly every table is filled. But a few heads turn, notice your entry, but nobody takes too much of mind. There's various you head out. Arabella, you head in. Again, most of these kind of longer tables are taken. Some smaller ones are taken. You could kind of insert yourself at one of the long tables, or you could be a wallflower. I'm sorry, not fly. What would you guys like to do?
She will kind of take everyone and kind of insert them towards like one of the ending tables that is available. Take count. Notice that Varys isn't there, but keeps the number ahead, and she'll go up to see if there's availability for rooms tonight.
Alrighty. So you guys will be, if you take a seat at one of the longer tables, you guys are going to be basically sifting yourselves through the crowd. So like you aren't all going to be able to sit directly next to each other. Some of you might have somebody in between you, as the tables are fairly taken up. But Arabella, as you kind of gesture where to sit, you head towards the bar at the far end of the building. I mean, it's a long, again, the shape of a ship's hull. But as you head down, you can see what appears to be a female elf with long sea green hair braided with small little shells. Moving quickly, looking around, she notices you coming over. She goes, welcome to the Driftwood Lantern. What can I get you?
Do you have any availability for tonight to stay the night?
For rooms, how many do
For
you
a
need?
few rooms?
It's a max 3 per
Let's
room for capacity.
It's a what?
Max for 3 per room. That's the capacity.
Okay. Oh. That works out. Well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7?
7 rooms?
No. 7 participants.
So 3 rooms.
You could probably do 2 rooms and have one of them carve someone else in. Sure.
Like I said, hun, it's 3 for max capacity per room. But if you're wanting a 4th, I can let it slide. I'll just have to upcharge you for it.
I would just go with the 3 rooms if I were you, because it works out pretty well.
You're
A
right,
disembodied voice is telling me 3 rooms.
That's fine. 3 rooms it is then. How many nights? Or you want just for the one tonight?
Well, I'll pay for the night, and if we need to extend, I can pay again.
You just ask for me, Elen'thalas. I will be able to help you out. 3 rooms, 1 night. It's going to be about 4 gold.
And she hands over 4 gold.
Alright, she takes over and she hands you 3 keys and she goes, right over there, and she points to the right side of the bar. There's a hallway, take the stairs up, and you'll be the first 3 rooms on the left-hand side.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Do you need any food or drink, hon? Yep. I would love to say you're stunning, lass. I'd be careful around the boys here. I mean, some of them might get a bit handsy. If they do, just clock them on the side of their head, and they'll keep their hands to themselves.
Well, I appreciate that. Luckily the group I'm with, we're all very protective of each other. But a girl can always take care of herself.
Aye.
Actually, do you have a menu or so that I could take over? Maybe 2 of them?
Sure, yeah. Give me a moment, lass. And she kind of takes a minute. The whole time as you guys are talking, she's filling drinks and like getting cups ready and cleaning. Like she's multitasking this whole time. But as she does it, she passes over a couple of drinks and she comes over. Do you want drinks as well?
Yes, please.
All right. And she puts these 2 basically these like very old, stained, weathered pieces of parchment. The hand, so you can see most people don't really ask for menus around here, but she has them. So you have 2 of those now.
Appreciate this. I'll either come back to send an order or someone else will. Either way, we will return these. Thank you.
No problem. So as you go
And
back,
she'll just... Yeah, she'll go back over with the menus and kind of put them down for people to look at.
What are the rest of you doing while she's over at the bar? Besides Ferris? You guys sifting yourselves and insert yourselves into the table and conversation, or are you trying to like see if people will move so you can all sit together?
Maxwell is definitely getting into conversation, wanting to talk where people's been, what boats they've been on, where they're going.
Yeah. Very easily if you intentionally choose to like sit in between a couple of people to see you, they're like, you're not from around here, look at your skin, where have you been? And like you'll learn from your coin, like, oh, we've sailed to Hawaii before, and immediately you're welcomed into the conversation. Like whatever questions you ask, they return with another to you about how your life is. It is a tennis of just back and forth of telling stories. Anybody else?
I think Fiora is going to go in search of the aforementioned handsy gents.
Sure, yeah, it's not too difficult. You can kind of see some of the ones that are a little bit more like shirts unbuttoned, belt buckle already kind of like loosened, slacks not sliding down. It's a little bit more on the sleazy kind of type, if you will. You can see other ones that are just kind of talking, but you can tell as you walk by who's taking a second look, especially whenever you pass by them and kind of like leaning forward to like look behind them.
Yeah, those are the ones she would try and kind of go flirt with.
Yeah, easy enough. It's not too hard, whether there's too much drink or there's just been a long time since they've been able to see the feminine form. You are welcome into the first one you approach immediately. They grab you a drink. They offer you some of their like table food, and they offer you like to sit on like their leg or pull up a chair for you, whatever you wish.
Yeah, she will very happily join in.
Alrighty. I say at this point, Arabella, you'd be reaching back because I'm assuming that everybody else is finding a chair. By everyone else, I'm going to say Airmaid and Aspen are looking at everybody like, what the fuck are you doing?
It's less of that since we're trying to blend in a little bit more. Aspen is still a little bit like tense, but he's been like that for like the past like 4 weeks, so there's nothing really different. He's definitely one of the ones that's leaning more towards the wall, if anything else. Because he's a little bit like, he wants a little bit of personal space at the moment. So he has the table that mostly everybody is sitting at, like, in his vision. If there is a wall close by, he'd take that one, because he wants to be kind of close to everybody just in case. And kind of just surveying the area, just people watching mostly. Like, he's not trying to look intimidating or anything. He's kind of just there.
Sure, that's easy enough to do. I'll say Lennis will sit next to Aramid at the table as Arabelle, as you kind of come back, and you can see Maxwell's inserting himself in a conversation. People are like, kind of like, someone's already got his arm like on his shoulder, laughing. You got Fiora off over at another table. People already kind of like putting their arm around her and they're laughing. You have Aspen kind of keeping watch.
She kind of keeps an eye as she puts stuff down and goes, do you think one of us should go over and be near her?
Liz kind of speaks up because she inserted herself there. I don't want to intrude in what she thinks she's doing.
Alright, it's just, he doesn't really speak the common. He's learning a little bit, but
It's kind of odd that Bella, I don't know how Bella's going to, she's probably interpreting everything 100% accurate. That's going to be weird for them, but I'm sure they like the foreignness. What'd you bring?
right. Menus
Oh, sweet.
to look over the food and the drink.
I am almost broke. As he kind of opens his coin purse. Scratch that.
Alright,
I am
got
broke.
it. It's alright, I gotcha. We already have room set up for the night. If we need to
Sure.
pay more, I'll add one. She puts a hand over. I have a question though.
Oh, yeah?
I am kind of curious about the situation with the royals here.
Okay.
And the best way to know about that is a bar, so do you think you'd be willing to talk and get information?
Me? He just points at himself, looks behind him.
Yeah, I mean, if you do, I'll pay for everything you want here.
You don't need to bribe me with a good time. I'll help you out, Arabella. Like, are you talking about, like, your family back home or here in Elen'thalas?
Personally, I'm interested about my family, but probably about everything, you know, like the current events or the major things that have happened.
I'll see what I can do. If you don't mind, just give me a quit so I could grab, like, I don't know, a whiskey or a mead, just something I can help loosen up my vocal cords so I'm not an awkward shit like I normally am.
Not a problem. Totally got you. And
It'd be like
We'll
7
have
copper.
she just gives him a gold piece.
I'll see what I can find out. Don't weigh it up for me.
Done deal. Thank you.
No problem, Arabelle. I'm happy to help. We're gonna pause there. Bears. You head back to Sea and Sky Exotics. You know you're getting close to the 8 p.m. mark, but you're going to be there before the individual closes that wood elf. You can actually see lights slowly turning off from the lanterns, but you're able to kind of knock on the door and he opens and he goes, "Ah, yes, welcome. Did you have a time frame for me to make this?"
You are muted, by the way.
Yes, I do. You have 2 full days, as on the 3rd morning we are leaving. If that is enough.
Yes, this should be perfectly fine. So you need it by the latest the second night.
Yes, and again, I'm happy to come and collect it at a similar time like this if you think you'll need the full day. It's completely up to you.
If you come in the morning of the second day, I should be fine to be able to make it. If you wouldn't mind coming in, I just need to make a few notes for the creation of it.
No, of course. And she steps on him.
I can't remember. Did you pay him yet or no? You had.
No. So I have the money on
Yeah.
me to be like, I'm ready to pay.
That's what I just wanted to confirm. All right. So I would need at least half of the payment in advance, and if you wouldn't mind putting your name down here, and where you'll be staying in town, in case I need to fetch you.
Of course. Hands over 4 gold, because I think that's over half.
Yep.
And she puts down the name Varys Belmont.
Okay. He's an absolute. And he looks at me and goes, "All right, Miss or Mrs."
Miss.
Miss. All right, Miss Belmont. Thank you very much. Is there any other information that I need on making this besides the previous that you've already given me?
Only that as I was going about town today, I've changed my mind on. Originally, you asked if I wanted a leash, and I said no.
Mhm.
Can I get a very high tension leash as well? And I'm happy to pay extra for that as well.
What would you like the material made out of? Hemp, leather, silk.
Well, in my mind, it's whatever the hardest you would think of. Like if a claw snags it, what's the least likely to break? Probably leather.
It would be leather.
So we'll go with leather then.
All right, with leather, let's say another 8 silver.
That I can do. And we'll literally put the 8 silver on the counter to be like, I've paid over half for the thing, and here's 8 silver.
Lovely, I appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you in 2 mornings.
Thank you so much. You genuinely have no idea how brilliant this is to find you. I will see you in 2 days.
Brilliant, I'll see you then.
Oh, and she also put down the name of the bar, being like, we are staying here, at least for now.
Yeah, yep. No, I figured as much. I figured you wouldn't lie about that, so...
I was like, I want my package, thank you.
Yeah, it's like my name, yes. Where I'm staying, no. Yes.
And then I think instead of heading straight back to the bar, she's gonna go back to the ship.
Okay, you head back to the ship.
She wants to talk to the captain.
Okay. All right. You make your way back towards the ship. You can see there's still some movement on there, but definitely not nearly as much as when you were already there. You can assume some of the work's been done. But there's obviously one person by the plank going up into the ship that's kind of standing guard as you kind of approach. He just looks at you.
If they were working earlier, I'm assuming they recognized Varys as like part of the group that was there. Like, can we charter this boat and stay on it?
Yes, yeah, he kind of looks at you. It's just kind of odd as he kind of goes, "Ship's not leaving for another 2 days."
Oh, I'm aware, my good man. I would like to speak to your captain if they're free.
Right, give me a moment, and I'll find out for you. Wait right here, please.
Shall do.
Walks up the plank. You can take probably about 3 or 4 minutes go by. It's a little bit longer than you expected. But he comes back and goes, "Alright, captain's waiting for you up there. If you want to go into the captain's quarters, are you familiar with the ship to know what that is?"
Familiar with ships? Not necessarily this one. I'm assuming it's that door there, and like she points to the door that's underneath the helm.
Alright, that's it. Go ahead and get in there. I do recommend giving a bit of a knock of respect, but you should be good to go in.
Thank you very much, Lee. And she will do as instructed. knock on the door politely, wait to be called in.
Come in.
Steps through.
Well, you can
Does
see.
a,
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, just does a quick little bow of like a hello, trying to be polite.
You can see it's a very standard captain's quarters. You know, large desk in the back, windows behind him. He's in a large leather chair that you can see. It's anchored down, bookshelves, chests, large bed. He's kind of leaning against there. You can see a hand crossbow on the counter with maps and quills and things of that nature. His jacket's off. You can see there's just a white frilly shirt that's very clean, hair pulled back. Look, he goes, "Can I help you?"
I'm hoping so. And is there like a chair to sit down in?
There's a stool. Yeah, there's a stool on the other side.
Yeah. She'll walk over, take the stool, get in a position where they can have a comfortable conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I'm not going to beat around the bush with you. You, I would hope, recognize me from the group that chartered the boat earlier today.
Aye. Bit soon for you to be back.
Because I wanted to have a conversation with you, specifically in private, that, to put it bluntly, my group are wonderful people. But they are not very good at talking. And I wanted to have this conversation with you, that we are on the same page and we have full candor with each other.
His eyes are narrowed, just listening. You've piqued his interest.
Mm. I'm a woman who fully believes in being honest when it's necessary. And while that might be a poor decision on my part in this moment, I fully believe that you should be aware of what will be transpiring upon your ship after we leave port. And I'm aware that I've made that sound incredibly ominous. But all I'm simply wanting is a moment of your time.
You have it.
I've recently been inflicted with the curse of lycanthropy. It will be a full moon while we are at sea. Now, I'm not worrying you in the sense that I've already taken every precaution to be safe, and I do not intend to harm you or any of your crew. But I would ask that on the day after we set sail, if I could have access to your brig. Or if there isn't a brig aboard this vessel, the closest equivalency to it. Storeroom, quarters, whatever you would suggest. You know your ship better than I.
You plan on keeping this curse?
I plan on utilizing it for the benefits that it can bestow upon me, while limiting the harm that I could unwittingly do to others. We also have within our party a holy woman that, should the worst case scenario happen and my contingencies fail, she can take the curse away before anyone is harmed.
He kind of just thinks for a moment as he kind of there's a small little fine knife, like almost like a stiletto knife.
Mm.
Not menacingly, but it's one of those like almost like a fidget thing as he kind of just twirls it on the table. I must admit, this was not what I was expecting to hear from you today. This is very curious. Most, I can't say most, but only madmen I've heard of wants to hold on to that curse. You seem to want to embrace it. You think after you embrace it, this holy woman can remove it? It's not permanent.
As far as I'm aware of what she has told me of her magical ability, that it is possible. But I don't think it would be fair of me to say that I fully understand her magic. We don't come from the same cloth.
Well, I do appreciate you being candid with me. You could have hidden this, and that would have been much worse off for you. Would have been a very good dinner for sharks if you had not told me. I will still accept your... I will still accept your being on board my ship. I will give you a place where you can be secluded. But if you shall do harm to any of my crew, including your friends as they are my crew now, I will not have any choice. Do you understand?
I do. I would not expect anything else. And it is, as you put it, technically, I am a part of your crew by that description. And I don't believe in keeping secrets from my captain.
That would be gone over whenever you come aboard of regulations and stipulations, but your group seems to understand the nature of being on a ship. I appreciate, and you have my respect for coming to me about this. I don't understand it, but I don't have to. You've paid, and you will work, and you will continue to do so until you give me a reason to say you can't. Is there anything else you need from me this night?
Not this night, and I don't think any other night. I already have plans in motion, and I already have plans to keep me and everyone else safe. So I don't expect you even to hear much after the first hour. It was more of a wanting to be honest and wanting for us all to work in tandem.
Good.
I appreciate you giving me your time and your ear.
Just kind of gives you a nod.
She's said everything she needs to say, so she will get up, put the stool back where it was.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't expect him to clean up after her, and then, again with another respectful bow, leaves the quarters.
Easy enough to do, and no one on the ship's kind of stop you. Are you headed back to the tavern, or are you heading somewhere else?
No, that's everything she wanted to do.
Alrighty. You'll start heading back to the tavern then. The rest of you. Alrighty. Oh. Those who are in the those in the tavern. What are you doing? Max, are you just sharing stories, or are you trying to gain any particular information, or are you just having fun enjoying being with people from around the world?
A little bit of all three. As for the specific information, it's nothing pertinent to the group. Just more of rumors, folklore of the area, things of that nature.
You're looking for the folklore of what?
Of the area.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. I mean, you can hear all sorts of superstition, like, all right, don't let a woman on board. If you hear a child's voice in the night, don't go to it. If you stare at the ocean water for too long, you'll turn to stone. Don't kiss a mermaid, otherwise you'll be under her spell and she'll pull you to the depths and you'll drown. But she'll eat you before you drown. All sorts of things like that. You're not sure which ones are true. You do, I mean, the mermaid one kind of hits home slightly. You're like, oh, okay. Like,
Well, that's a 50-50.
yeah. That was like, well, that one,
They say that one is like, well, I got a funny story about it.
Do you tell them?
Yeah.
And do you have, like, everybody at the table now just stare at you? They're like, no. Dear gods, you've seen them? And lived to talk about it?
Yeah?
Oh, this one's got some balls on him, don't it? What's her lips feel like? Oh, come on,
Hold
Tail.
on, why are you wanting to know?
I've always wanted to. I don't have much to live for. You lived through it. Unless you did. Or are you making this up?
I'm not. I swear on my own life that I'm not making this up.
Well, mate, that is some shit I ain't ever heard of. That is, God, like people are like just flabbergasted that you've talked to mermaids who are under there, that you've got the mermaid's kiss, like just baffled. Someone's like, get my boy here a drink. Someone brings you over like a standard kind of ale, like a big like goblet worth of it. To my new friend, who everyone, like, there's like 7 people all raising their goblets.
Maxwell raise the ale.
They cheer, they slam it on the counter, and they begin to gulp the whole thing.
Yeah, Maxwell will go with it.
Okay, all right. Have you been drinking throughout this whole time, or no?
Lightly.
Lightly. Okay, I'm not gonna make you roll for anything for this one. You're fine. Don't worry about it. What about everybody else? Lennis is gone and is doing some intel work for Arabella. He's kind of disappeared. You kind of lost sight of him a little bit. Airman, you can kind of get a general idea where he is because of your passive and like actually like looking for him. But like you can pick him up at different places. His armor's off. He's super relaxed now. He threw his pack into like behind the bar to like have somebody kind of watch it. But you were there when Arabella asked him to kind of get some knowledge on what's going on with the nobles back home, particularly her family.
Would have just told him to be safe.
He says always. But Aspen, Arabella, and Air Mid, is there anything else you're doing in the bar? Are you just sipping and you want food, or what you feeling?
Yeah, what does the menu say?
Alrighty, on the menu. Let me find that real quick. There it is.
I would say seeing like Lennis get up, Aspen would immediately poach the seat that he was on, so him and Airmed are sitting next to each other.
Easy to do. When it comes to drinks, you have something called a house specialty, which is the Lantern Glow. You have the Sea Foam Mead and the Salt Fire Whiskey. In the light food kind of area, you have pickled sea vegetables and dock bread and salt butter. Excuse me. You have grilled sea bass and spiced crab cakes. You've got the captain's chowder and honey almonds and fruit from the northern hills. And then there's that
Okay.
standard red wine. And mead.
Okay. She kind of looks over to them and go, "Do you guys want anything?"
Aspen would speak up in just kind of non-alcoholic beverage and whatever is the cheapest main meal that they have. I'm not super picky.
Cheapest main meal would be the grilled sea bass.
Yeah, I'll do that.
One
Aspen
silver.
Turn to
likes food, so
food is food. Food is great.
Fruit might be good considering, we're going to be on a boat. Probably not going to get fruit for a while.
Oh, that's true. And she looks at Airmed and then kind of looks over towards Fiora. Airmed, can you possibly hear or see what's going on over there with Fiora? I just don't trust what's going on over there.
She pushes her hair behind her ear to try to make it look inconspicuous so that she can hear a bit better.
Even with your passive and your rolling, I'm gonna have you roll. Keep in mind that DC's high because you have a lot of people in here, and she's 2 tables over. So I'm warning you now. It's a high DC, but go ahead and roll me a perception.
28.
Okay, it was a 27. That's I was telling you. You're gonna get some bits and pieces.
Oh my god.
Have you ever tried to listen in over 2 tables worth? It's almost unfathomable, but this is D&D, so I'll let you guys have some fun with
I'm
it.
surprised she got it.
Essentially, what's going on over
My
there?
perception!
You could be also the hard part is you have to listen for Bella. Fiora is working on her common, but Bella kind of fills in the gaps that she isn't completely familiar with. And essentially, you could just see the gentlemen there are all trying to brag about all the things they've done out on sea and how, their backs are torn, that they're constantly working, that one of them is going to be a first mate or a captain soon. And there's a decent amount of flirtation going back and forth. You can see the gentlemen are obviously interested in her, and she is flirting directly back.
She sighs and nods. Alright, it's not a bad place. And I'm sure not every guy here is out for sex, but just in case, you don't want Fiora getting hurt now either. And she'll get up with the menus and go to place her order over at the bar.
All right, what are you getting?
Just in case, she is gonna order everything on the menu.
Everything?
All the drinks. Everything.
Okay.
Do you think
Ol?
we're gonna be able to eat all of that?
Okay, hang on. Let me do calculation. Right.
Always nice to have a buffet. You never know. People are
All the
drinking.
drinks and all the food?
Maybe not all the drinks, but all the food.
Okay. I was like, hang on a second. All right. So
We are also all scattered over, so it's if you want people to actually eat, they're gonna have to hover, and people will probably just take what they want, regardless if they're from our group or not. So just keep that in mind.
sharing is caring. Are you getting any drinks?
Yeah, so she'll get a red wine for herself. non-alcoholic for Aspen. Looks over at Airmed.
Wait, you like going
Listen
through
up
the
tonight.
order with us before you go up to the bar?
No, she's looking back. I think she was at the bar. She's looking back at you.
She's at the bar and looking back, trying to decide. Then she decides, you know what? She needs to loosen up. So maybe we'll give her a little something tonight.
And how special? The lantern glow?
Yep.
Okay. Anything else?
Then she kind of like looks at the bartender, goes, "This is gonna be a very odd request. Very odd request.
Let's hear it, love.
I challenge you to make the worst drink in this place that you've ever served any customer."
What was that?
But the worst drink. Go all out.
Like, not you don't want like the worst thing that I have. You want me to make a concoction of the worst thing.
You probably take the worst thing that you have and like mix it up, shake it up, do it all.
All right. How much did you want to pay for that? And I'll come up with something. How much do you hate this person?
Oh, my dear brother, I absolutely love. But he has an inkling for the worst drinks in the world.
All right. How much do you want to spend on that? Right now, you're at 27 silver.
And she'll just end up giving her an entire gold coin.
Okay, so you need 2 gold coins and 6 silver pieces for that.
And another gold coin.
And then you need
well, actually,
6...
she'll just end up giving her 5 gold pieces in case.
Okay. 5, okay, so you want, so 2.5 are going to go towards the food and drinks you've ordered. You want the other 2.5 to go towards tip and the drink?
Yep.
Alright, I'll be out with that in a moment.
Thank you. She'll go back over and just kind of take her hand and slap Maxwell's back. Playfully, of course.
Yeah.
Brother dear, I got you a little something.
What did you get me?
Your weird request fetish continues.
I wouldn't really call it a fetish, but thank you.
Well, anyway, I don't know how good it is. I told them to kind of take the worst thing that they have and then mix it with other stuff to kind of make it even worse, so we'll find out if it's good or bad or not.
Alright.
Then she looks at everyone else. And I got us all the food. Who knows how long we'll be sailing for, so rather...
What do you mean all the food?
I ordered everything on the menu.
You... Did we not have a conversation, like, barely a couple hours ago about not flaunting the wealth?
Not flaunting the wealth.
Just ordered one of everything.
Look, it's not like I'm up here standing on a table bragging about everything that I've got. Besides, we're sailing. We don't know how long we're going to be on the ship for, and food sucks, so...
I don't know if any of these people are going to be on the same ship as us.
That's just why I got you an alcoholic drink. You need to loosen up a little bit more.
You do not want alcohol inside me right now?
Actually, as a matter of fact, I do.
So you're telling me that we're gonna switch roles and that you're actually gonna be a caretaker and look out for everybody, make sure everybody's okay, and also swoop in case anybody is in trouble? You're gonna be aware
No,
to
I'm
take all
drinking
that
too.
responsibility on your shoulder. Well, then I
No, I'm
can't
drinking
drink.
too.
Then I can't
Why?
drink. Because somebody has to take care of this group.
Ermin, I highly doubt one drink is going to put you over the edge.
You do not know my lack of alcohol tolerance, woman.
Besides, we have rooms upstairs anyway, and they're the first 3 over there.
Yeah, I'd rather not be hungover and going on a ship.
We leave in 2 days.
I don't know how long it would take to cure me.
I think you're out of your
Oh my
mind.
god.
I'm just imagining being hungover 3 days straight.
Could you imagine how horrible that would be?
Full disclaimer,
Oh.
I have been drunk one time in my life, and it took about 2 to 3 days to recover.
What
Dear
were you
gods.
drinking?
Ironically, at this point, I was shotting Kraken.
Well, that's your
I think I
first
must have
mistake.
shot like I think I shot half the
Wonder what
bottle
that
in
is.
like
Craig,
30 minutes.
no.
Dark rum.
Ew, that's wrong. Holy, you gotta come over here and I'll show you how to actually enjoy your drink without dying. Oh, crap.
That's a shame because I'm not teetotal.
Oh, man.
And she just goes and like, look, for once, just let me be in charge, okay?
You can see kind of like she's opening her mouth. She's making like hand gestures to be like trying to figure out what to say. I can't think of anything more clever to say than just no.
Ermin, we can fight and we can keep going until whoever gets the last word, but by the stars, please! Enough. Have a drink. Be happy. Be good. I don't know, do whatever it is you do. And just be happy. Do you think you can let loose for one night?
No.
What if I dare you for it?
Triple dog dare you.
Triple dog dare you.
I don't understand how a dare would make me calm any less.
She puts her hand out towards her. One drink, one night, where you can have a little bit of fun. And then tomorrow you can go back being the uptight little thing that you are.
Again,
Aspen
I'm
will
gonna say
absolutely raise an
no.
eyebrow at that. Just uptight little thing that you are. Just this very incredulous look of like, really? That's the best thing that you could come up with?
All right, here's the food for the big spender. So she comes over, and you can see there's like 3 people there to help with all the food. Starts putting it down in front of all of you. Drinks are coming out, and I call this the barnacle breaker. And she holds out this clay mug.
He doesn't know where Maxwell is, so you might want to.
She ordered it, so she's handing it to you, Arabella.
Oh, okay. She takes it and puts it in front of Maxwell.
When you,
At the hearing of the words big spender, I just looked at a person, I looked at Arabella with a pointed look as if to say, see, flaunting wealth.
when you pick up the mug and you hand it over to Max, both of you, you can smell the smell faintly of salt and vinegar. The liquid itself is a murky brown green with an oily sheen on the top of it, kind of like you see like on the top of like aquariums. There's something floating inside of it, like a
God.
chunk.
Bottoms up, Maxwell. By God, please don't throw up after that either.
Yeah. Maxwell will try this. He's not going full swing into this one. He's just gonna take a sip first.
Okay. The first sip, salty, bitter, sour, and fishy.
Even just watching, she physically just shudders at it and goes, "Ooh, I can't."
The garnish of what's floating, it wasn't actually floating. It's small dried pieces of fish nailed to the rim of the mug. So every time you sip, it goes through the dried fish.
Fair enough.
It looks to be like some sort of like rum with fermented kelp brine, pickled garlic, squid ink, and a splash of some sort of spice ale.
Maxwell will, hey, thank you very much. This is terrible. I love it. Just gonna look around to see if you can find lettuce.
Perception check.
This is not gonna go well. I can spot that man, potentially.
But I was gonna say, are you gonna tell me you see him, huh? Huh?
You can
Yes, I am.
see.
Lettuce is not that stealthy.
He's not. No, but you do see him. He's actually on the opposite side of the bar, the back left corner of it. There's a smaller little table over there. You can see some finer dressed gentlemen. Could be captains, could be first mates. You're not really sure. But he's sat back, kicked back, legs up on the table with a cup in his hand.
It looks like he's doing something important, so I'm actually gonna turn to the person I was chatting with next to me. Is there another empty cup nearby?
You can find one that's like someone just finished and put it on the counter.
I will grab that cup, pour half of my drink into it, set it in front of the person I've been talking to, and put 2 silver down.
What's this?
I'll bet you 2 silver. I could put down my half faster than you can down yours.
Oh, you're gonna be out of 2 silver then, mate. He goes over, he goes like, oh, the fuck is this? As he looks at it, just can smell it, piece of dried fish is in it.
The worst drink this place can make.
You're old, my friend, but you're gonna stood out 2 silver. Alright, somebody else goes together. Alright, here we go. On 3, 2, 1, go! Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I might actually lose this.
And with
Let's
that,
go!
you slam it down. Exact same time. Oh, no. Now what?
I'm not sure on that one.
I didn't think this far through.
Arabella is just
Do
gonna
we-
look at both of them and go, "How do you feel?"
Do we slug it out?
I don't think that would solve anything.
Well, we gotta do something. I want the 2 silver.
I take the 2 silver.
Well, just take it. I ain't sportsman. I feel fine. I mean, that was some protein.
Can we get another barnacle breaker?
You gotta shout it. Do you yell it out?
Yeah.
Okay, you just shout it. She looks over and goes, there's a shake of the head, but there's just a thumbs up that comes up.
We'll go again.
Oh, I like the cut of your jib. With that, couple of seconds later, this one smells worse. There's probably more vinegar and like brine in it, but that's 2 silver.
And I'll hand her a 2 silver.
Okay, wait, hold on. I ain't my 2 silver, right?
No, that's not your 2 silver.
All right. And so he goes, all right. On 3, 2, 1, go. And With that, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Is Max near us?
Yes.
Oh.
Arabella asks them how would they feel.
With that, oh man, you gulp it all the way down. I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage now for a different effect. You beat him.
That is fair. I'm drinking.
Oh,
my god!
damn! And you put that,
That was-
shit down, and you you're feeling it, but like you're doing all right. Like yeah, you're like that nice that top tipsy level.
Mhm.
That is where you're at right now. And he just goes, he finishes his, but he's going, oh, all right, hey, fucking you. I can't think of the name right now. I'm sorry. Loan me 2 silver. I'm not loaning you 2 silver. Loan me 2 silver. Fine. Hands him 2 silver. I don't have 2 silver, so I owe him now.
You should just led with that.
Why? I could have won 2 silver.
Yeah, well, that's fair.
Yeah, I was
I
just
can't blame you on that one.
back to where I was.
Well, that's happening. Arabella's just gonna sneak away. Kind of go grab Fiora to bring her back, at least so that she can eat.
All right, you head over to Fiora. Fiora, you're chatting up with the gentleman again. They are they're trying to widen their shoulders, broaden their chests, saying anything they can to make them sound super whimsical as Arabella comes over.
Supper's here if you want to come back and eat, and then can probably hang out a little bit more before we go to our rooms for the night.
Fiora just tilts her head and kind of, since she'd been kind of sharing and nibbling up, with the gentleman, just kind of looks at looks towards those plates, looks back at Arabella, just I'm okay.
She shrugs. Alright, but if it's not around, fend for yourself.
She just nods.
I'll say at this point, Varys, you arrive as Arabella's walking back to the table.
I mean, I'm not gonna complain. I'm just gonna walk up to the table and take some of the food on it.
She'll just sit back down and go, well, I don't know if Fiora's having fun. Might as well let her, but I told her she has to fend for herself. Since she's not gonna come eat, so.
Aspen kind of just gives a shrug. She looks like she knows what she's doing. And I'm sure she can take care of herself if worst comes to worst.
And Arabella's just gonna nibble on the bread.
I
All
mean,
right.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right. Is there anything else people wish to do this night before heading to their rooms?
I do want to see if in the crowd, or if anything, if anybody looks to be like a worshipper of Umberly.
Umberly. What's
The
that?
bitch queen.
Bitch queen.
Patrons of the
Yeah.
sea.
Oh, yes. Look, all right. That is takes me a little bit to remember everybody. I forgot about Umberly. Roll me a
You're
perception
totally
check.
fine.
I'm like, bitch queen. I'm like, I know a lot of people who could be called that right now.
Ooh, 25.
Roll never showed. Oh, do I need a did I get kicked out? Hang on.
Sag.
There it is. Okay, 25. Give me 1 second. Yeah, you can see a few mix in, whether it be the symbol of a curling wave, or like a feminine face carved into like kind of a coin that someone's kind of twirling in his fingers. So you do see a few. There's not a ton, but there's a couple.
Okay. Now that Varys is also sitting down and eating, Aspen will look to both Varys and Ermid and just kind of like over like grabbing his drink very casually. Just there's a few worshippers of Umberlee over there. I think we should see if they have a church nearby before we head out, just in case.
I'm not opposed to that. I think I'd like that, actually.
Definitely worth a visit in the morning.
Aspen will kind of just give a small smile and a nod. I'm not overly superstitious, but I've been taught that it's good luck, especially if we're going out on the sea. And he kind of turns to Ermed. You might have a bit more knowledge than I do, but do you have an idea of what they might take as, like, offerings? I don't want to be, like, disrespectful.
I will say, Airman, roll me a religion check.
26.
26. You will know about Umberlee that most of their churches were what's the word? Hold on. Brain no brainy.
What adjective are you trying to look for?
Yep, hang on. So they are. I'm gonna just think of a different way of saying it. There's far and few between of the churches for Umberlee. They're typically disorganized. They're welcomed amongst, like, Umberlee's welcomed amongst sailors. Again, kind of a superstitious kind of thing, gods of the sea, things of that kind of nature. But the actual, like, worshiping place, she is technically an evil goddess, so they're not too prominent to advertise where the holy place would be.
I would let Aspen know that.
Kind of tilts his head a little bit. A look of confusion kind of across his face. At the, like, she's actually, like, evil alignment, so a lot of people don't really, like, outwardly worship her. He kind of just has this little confused look on his face, but nods.
I will say with
We could do something for just ourselves. I know the common tributes are like throwing coins or gems or leaving flowers and candies at shrines, kind of thing. But hard to find a shrine when she's secretive.
If you pray to a god, can they hear you? Like, even if you don't really worship them?
think so. It might not be, a stronger connection that others have, but it's still some kind of connection. Like, it might be a piece of thread, whereas others is like a hefty piece of rope. So it strengthens in over time. But I think once we send up a prayer, it starts a connection.
Aspen kind of sits with that for a little bit. Like, not too long, just a few moments. Like, you can tell that he's thinking. So if we were to each offer something, say, like, a flower or a coin, and just, like, throw it in and ask for safe passage, would that work?
I mean, I don't see what harm it could do. I realize as soon as I say that I am tempting the DM.
Mm-hmm. You're lucky
I
because
would
you broke
say-
up on my side, so I didn't hear exactly what you said.
So I'm leaving and offering it. Don't see what harm it could do.
Ah, offering. I didn't hear that part. No, it's fine.
Because yeah, it's the internal conflict, I guess, of being like, I was told that this is a good luck thing to do, and people have done it, but like, now that I'm getting more information about it, it seems kind of sus, because I don't want her to like actually notice me. I just want her to like make it so that we don't like die. So he's kind of just sitting there, like with his glass kind of like half raised, just looking down into the liquid, like just contemplating a little bit. He's gone very quiet.
Sorry, I'm eating chicken.
You're having some of the, this fish.
Good fish. Very meaty. Look, that's just how I have always visualized prayer and worship. Like, kind of like with you and working a muscle, The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. But you also have to think that, like, there are so many people also sending up those threads. So you can absolutely go ahead, make an offering, send up a prayer, but Umberly may not choose to pick at that thread. They're gods. They're pretty busy.
Aspen kind of just like chews on the inside of his cheek with a nod. He's still got that like contemplative look on his face, but it's not like bad. He's just thinking. For the lack of a better term, it's kind of like a message in a bottle.
Yeah.
You might send it out, and it might get there, and they might look at it and pick it up, or they just think it's trash and leave it be.
I'm not claiming to know Umberly at all, but that is also a very real possibility. I mean, where you worked, did you answer every message that came through?
You don't see much of a actual reaction, but you do notice Aspen's shoulders kind of tighten, and like the hand on his glass or the cup tightens a little bit.
Sorry.
It's a fair question, but I wasn't handling messages per se.
Ah. Okay, Okay. Oh, merchant shops. We go into merchant shops all the time, and we have a look around at everything, but we only pick up certain things. It's kind of like that. Yours is there, and maybe, you know, it's just like a coin purse. But somebody else's is like that really cool magical item. So she may skip over the coin purse for the other. Kind of like that.
Do we want to give something that's a bit more eye-catching?
If I remember correctly, it's usually coins, jewelry, gems, flowers and candies. Sacrificing cargo, but we don't have cargo, so...
I would say
Some of them do sacrifices, but I wouldn't recommend that.
Aspen kind of just like puts down his glass and is like, we can always just ask them. I mean, they're like right there. He kind of just shrugs. We don't really have all the answers, and if they already practice worshipping her, we can just ask.
You're more than welcome to, but as far as I remember, coins. She loves coin.
That sounds like everybody I know.
Yeah.
I would say Aspen kind of sits silently for the most part for like a few minutes. He's genuinely thinking about it. Like, he's kind of moving like automatically, just kind of like putting food in his face and swallowing. Like, his tail is kind of flicking back and forth. And I would say about like 5.5 minutes later, he kind of just gives a defeated sigh. And it's just, I'll be back.
Want me to come with you?
You're still eating. I'll just...
That's okay, I can take you to go.
Aspen kind of just raises an eyebrow. I'll just signal if I need you to come over.
Okay. And she holds up the I love you sign.
Aspen kind of like... a smile kind of breaks out on his lips, and he kind of just like... ruffles the top of Ermid's hair in a way that like won't disrupt the braid that she has. Or like
Hey,
the
Con, I have
bun.
that pin in.
Yeah. Just very softly, like, you're such a dork, as he gets up and like begins walking over to I don't know if they're in a group or if they're just kind of scattered.
They're
but
not.
whoever
Yeah,
is-
they're all separated. Like you don't know if they're together or if they're just individuals who worship her.
Yeah, I would say whoever is the closest.
Sure. There's one individual closest, wearing standard kind of sailor's uniform, jacket, and some buttons. He's got a bandana kind of wrapped over his hair. He's got a cutlass on his hip. He's the one that has a ring of it. So you kind of approach. You can see he notices you, but he doesn't take. He knows you're there, but he's not acknowledging you because he's not sure what you're doing.
He'll just kind of very, almost a little bit awkwardly, like, I don't mean to interrupt, but may I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
I've been told that it's, better to bring an offer to the sea before you go on it, just in case. And I was wondering if, she prefers specific things. Like, what does she like? Just very vague, but obviously because of the ring, he's gonna know what I'm talking about.
First time out on sea?
This far out, but, sort of.
He kind of takes a minute, kind of take a breath. You can see he does that soothing kind of motion where he kind of his hands kind of come together. You can feel him rubbing the ring a little bit. Let no service go undone and perform in her name without a price. Most people take that as coin. Just needs to have some sort of value. Some people will throw things into the sea that they found value in to pay respects. If you find somebody who's a clergy for her, which is hard to do, typically you all will give a tribute in hopes that you'll be smiled upon. She just needs to have a price of value.
Aspen will nod and kind of like, he's kind of like absent-mindedly like rocking back and forth like between like one foot and the other. Is it best if you're in a group that everyone gives an offering, or is it better for one person to do it for the whole group?
She'll hear you if it's just yourself speaking to her. She doesn't need a mass, but each one would have to give something if they want her blessing. If that one thing means something to all of you, it would be accepted, I think.
Aspen will give a final nod and a thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. And just very awkwardly give like a nod and a like 2-finger salute and just like shuffle back to the table.
As you try to kind of shovel back, you can kind of hear him quietly calling. He goes, I'm sure she'll hear you. She likes to listen.
He'll like turn his head a little bit like over his shoulder and give a little bit of a like nervous smile and a tip of the head as like a I heard you, but it's loud, so I don't want to be like, thanks, buddy.
Yeah. Not easy to do.
Yeah. I'll just scurry back over to the table and give the same information. Just like, yeah, coin, mostly, and, you know, we can do it all together, or it can just be one of us. Thumbs up. Also, is Arabella still, like, in the area?
She hasn't left. She's still over there.
Okay, cool. Then he would ask, like, she did say rooms, so... You said you secured rooms earlier?
Mm-hmm. We
Um,
have first 3 up there.
Okay. So... we should probably split those up. Assuming that, you know, just kind of glances to the 3 of them, like, I don't know where you guys want to go, so.
Mm,
I think at that point, because Varys has just been there at the table, eating, listening to these conversations, watching people move about, and just kind of, for the moment, stops stuffing her face. Just looks up and goes, "It's a room at the end of the day. We've all seen each other in worse than pajamas."
There's a small little hint of a flush on Aspen's cheeks as he kind of just, like, very awkwardly, like, clears his throat and just... That's very fair. I just,
Well,
I
think of
don't
it this
know.
way. Whoever wants to share a room with Viora tonight, and she kind of like looks over at the elf who is still flirting with the gentleman.
I would rather not be scarred for life. More than I already am, thank you. I don't want to see that. Or hear that, for that matter. Yeah, I guess he'll just kind of look up to Varys with, like, a small question in his eyes. Just, like, looks from her to Airmed, just quietly asking, like, do you want alone time with Maxwell, or do you want me to bunk with these guys?
Arabella will just slowly
actually-
slide a key towards Aspen.
I genuinely think the look goes over Varys' head. Like, she's genuinely there, like, does not pick up on the hidden subtle meaning. And she's like, I really don't mind. I mean, realistically, I don't even realistically need a bed. I'll just sit cross-legged on the floor.
Aspen will kind of just, like, give a small smile. And just... I mean, I'm usually one to take the floor as well, so if you want, we can just make a little nest, and then we can all sleep there.
How many rooms have we got here?
3.
Okay.
With 3 to a room. So even if some people double up, there's the potential for one person just having a room on their own, which I'm assuming we'll want that to be Fiora.
Yeah, probably. If she's entertaining tonight.
Aspen
Okay,
just
so
kind of
who's
shrugs.
going with whom?
I mean, it really doesn't matter.
Just for the sake of it, I'll just bunk with Varys and Maxwell. Make it easy.
Okay.
Varys and I are having a sleepover on the floor. And he just kind of gives a small little smile.
I We need to get used to the concept of having an uncomfortable back, so might as well.
The floor is also not really where most people think that you would sleep anyways, so. I mean, I'm not really one to speak. I like trees and like going underneath things, but that's more of just a safety thing. Just looks over to Airmed like with a very genuine like look on his face and just, do you also like sleeping high up or underneath things?
I prefer sleeping in a bed. But I guess if I had to choose between the two, probably in a tree. Gives you a better advantage.
Aspen just gives a small nod like, yes, exactly. My point exactly.
So, Varys, Maxwell, Aspen in one room, Lennis, Arabella, and I in another, and then Fiora and Lily and Fiora's guest in the other.
Bella.
Thank you.
I was about to say, Lily's not here, sad face. If she was here, she would be causing so much
So
bullshit
much
right
trouble.
now.
What? No.
I'm also not sure if you'd want Lily in that room.
Yeah,
You
she would
get
be
an
getting up to
arrow.
her
You
own
get an
shenanigans.
arrow. I don't know what you're talking about. Alright. Is there anything people wish to do this night before returning?
Arabella just wants to talk to Lance alone, but can probably do that.
Who?
Lennis, sorry.
Lance?
I'm like, who's,
No!
who's
Who's-
Lance?
His
I've
nickname
never
was
met a
Lennis, thank you
Lance.
very much.
Lancis. There
Sorry.
you go.
Don't mind me. Yeah, at some point, probably back in the room, she just wants to know what Lennis has gotten.
So, interesting enough, what would happen is, as it gets a little bit later, and like things kind of get late, he'll sneak over to kind of be like, "Hey, don't wait up for me. I may be there tonight. I might not, but I'm getting some information. So, don't worry about me for the next 24 hours."
I'm always gonna worry about you.
That's it. You're an exception because yeah, that's what you just do. That's your standard state of being.
Arabella nods.
Just remember, if anything goes wrong, just stab them. Like, really hard.
Really hard. Got it. I was going to try to do it
you
lightly.
remember from my training, there's that spot in the back of the spine. You can just get it, you get through the spine and the heart at the same time.
You both are incredibly violent. Have a good night. He's just gonna move on.
Aspen just looks at Ermed with, like, a raised eyebrow, like, I was
We
just
had-
telling him to be careful.
I was just reminding him of our training.
Just shrugs.
Well, with that, is there anything else people wish to do before the night is vanquished?
Yeah, actually. Well, first I will test Maxwell's sobriety levels.
Max, have you
How's he looking? How's he
continued
feeling?
drinking?
No.
No,
No.
not at all.
No.
Okay. So, by the time this probably goes down, if you're waiting for later in the night, he's probably feeling good, but like he's not. He's probably like towards the bottom or middle side of tipsy.
That's fair. That's sober enough to have this conversation. But as they get to the room, Varys isn't keeping this from Aspen, so Aspen would hear this as well. She just kind of put a hand on Maxwell's shoulder. Dear, I have a plan, but I need your help.
All right. What do you need?
The first night of our voyage, I'm going to need Bella. And essentially you to command her to do what I tell her to do.
Fair enough. I don't see how that'd be an issue. What do you need Bella for?
Bella has a bow that if she shoots things, it knocks them unconscious.
I am starting to grasp what you're asking of her. I don't see an issue with this.
She's layer 1 of the plan.
What are the
Actually,
other
no,
layers?
Actually, no, I take that back. She's technically layer 3.
How many layers are there?
5 in counting?
See, Maxwell's surprised that you already have 5.
I've been putting thought into having a lycanthropic bear on a ship in the middle of the ocean.
I can assure you that a thought has not crossed my mind yet, actually.
Somebody had to. But no, while you have been drinking, I've been commissioning a muzzle.
Do the people who have the boat aware of this? Are they aware of this?
Yes, that is what I was doing tonight.
Alright. I wasn't sure if we were also going to be needing to hide that from them as well.
Oh no. Call me old-fashioned, but I think the man that we are hiring the boat of should know that shenanigans are going on in his brig.
That is fair. So are you just needing Bella, or are you also needing help getting, I'm guessing, the muzzle on? Can the muzzle go on before you turn into a bear?
Yes, it is. It has been specifically commissioned for bear size, and therefore I'll need to put it on before anything happens. Seeing Aspen's like whip crack response at commissioned a muzzle, like, I can't be biting people. That's just unethical.
My next question is there, I'm guessing that's what the brig is. Okay, never mind.
I have been allowed stay in a section of the ship where I will be sectioned off from everyone else. I am, in an incredibly glamorous way, going to ask someone to hog tie me before I go to bed. And we're going to have Bella on sentry duty, since she technically doesn't need to sleep.
Could you tell us all the layers?
You're not there?
No,
Nope.
we're in our room right now.
Oh, shutting up.
You can just ask in the morning, it's fine.
If she tells you in the morning.
Alrighty.
But I'm going to be segregated, I'm going to be bound, I'm going to be gagged, and I'm going to have a pixie shooting me in the butt if I ever look like I'm being aggressive. I think we're covered.
The muzzle, won't it be uncomfortable?
Yes, but It's a small price to pay to keep everyone else safe. And it's one that I'm willing to pay.
He still definitely looks a little concerned and a little uncomfortable, but he understands, and he kind of just gives Varys a small nod. Do you know, when you'll be back?
Should be once the sun rises the next morning.
How often are we going to have to do this?
Oh, now once a month. Every full moon, dear.
I'm going to need help keeping track of that.
Aramid usually keeps a pretty good track of it.
I mean, I did before anyway, since the goddess that helped us in the Feywild is also a moon goddess. So I've been tracking it to worship in my own way.
We'll make sure Bella will stick with you then.
Telling you, and I'm telling you, because she's looking at Aspen, because the whole point is I've put in these contingencies so we don't need to worry about me. If anything, your job, as she goes to pull Aspen into like a side hug, is to keep everyone else away. There's a reason I've not told Ahmed, is because she'll just fret and she'll just worry. And she's already in a ball of anxiety as it is.
It'll be easy to keep the crew away. Just say there's a bear in there.
Oh, the crew should be aware because the captain's aware.
Can we have Bella, wake me up when you're back? He just kind of like says it very quietly. He's like kind of tucked a little bit like into your shoulder.
Of course we can.
Just give a small nod and just kind of like a little bit under his breath. It's still enough for like Varys to hear, but it's very soft, and it's just, I know that those aren't typically very fun to have on, so.
I just have one request of you both. And no longer looking down at Aspen is like looking Maxwell like dead in the eye. Like she is being so deadly serious right now.
What do you need?
Other than Bella, no one comes into the break during the night. You keep them away.
If there's a door in between, I'll stay there. I'll sleep on the floor, so somebody's gonna kick me if they try to get in.
We could take shifts. That way you don't have to sleep there.
Aspen will kind of like look up a little bit from Varys's shoulder and just like give Max a small smile.
Thank you both. While I have never seen someone's first full moon, I have heard stories. And it will never be glamorous, but the first is always the worst.
I just hate that you have to be alone. 'Cause
I'm choosing to be alone. Well, other than with Bella. Because that is the safest for everyone else around me. It's especially because with the creatures that attacked us weren't natural werebears, so I don't know what is going to be different about me.
Aspen kind of just like chews a little bit on the corner of his lip. It's going to hurt, probably.
Yeah.
He kind of gives her a little bit of a squeeze. It's almost unconscious. I don't like knowing that you're hurt. But I promise that we'll be near, so you're not like alone. And then whenever you wake up, we'll get you out of there as soon as possible. Do you have any favorite things that you like to eat that'll make you feel better?
We can hoard some of the food that Arabella is inevitably going to buy tomorrow. Something that's not hardtack.
I was going to ask if we could go to a market anyways. Maybe get some dried fruit, just to keep on hand. So, is there anything specific that you really like?
I mean, I'll happily go with you tomorrow. I'm just saying that I spent all my money on a leather leash. So I have absolutely nothing in my coin purse.
Do you want some? Money,
No.
I mean?
No, I've lived long enough without it and will survive without it.
Okay.
I was gonna say I made 2 silver, but I also used 2 silver to buy a drink, so...
Just- Looks over to Maxwell. Do you need money?
Good.
Just kind of looks at both of them and just, you guys are weird.
You're looking at two people that have learnt to exist on essentially nothing.
He kind of pulls away a little bit from Varys with a very, like, candid expression. I am the same way, but I don't let things go. And he kind of just like points to his backpack that is just like very obviously like has a lot of things in it.
I'm aware. And she'll walk over to Max, still holding on to Aspen, so she's like kind of forcing Aspen to come with her. But she just puts her hand around, because of the height difference, it would be around Aspen's shoulders and then Maxwell's waist. My boys. What would I do without you, eh? And while she's trying to be jovial, both of you can hear like the cracking.
Yeah. Aspen will kind of like tuck his face like and nuzzle like the meat of his cheek into her shoulder, obviously being careful with his horns, but he'll just very softly mumble the elvish word for like mother, parent that she taught him. It's very stilted, but he's trying his very best.
Max will hug both of them, tuck in his... Make sure his head is right next to, Varys's ear, and he's gonna whisper something into her ear that I'm gonna send to both Sorrow as well as
Fair.
you.
You know that we'll always be here for you, right? Whatever you need. Obviously I can't speak for Max, but I'm going to anyways. We both love you a lot. And we really care about your well-being. So, anything that you need, just ask.
And there isn't a verbal reply, but you just feel her nodding.
Max, do you want to sleep on the floor with us? We were gonna have a sleepover.
Can't say no to a sleepover.
Pillow fort, pillow fort.
Pillow fort, indeed. Let's fucking go. I have so many spare weapons that I can prop up as like the like center pole. So
I feel like we should not
absolutely.
just have a sword in the middle of a pillow fort that could potentially fall over onto someone.
If you
Just straight
Hey.
decapitation.
I have more than one sword that I can use. It's fine.
Do you want...
I can't
You do
heal
have
that.
other ones.
Fine. I won't use the sword. I'll just figure out how to make a crowbar long enough.
We extend it using the 9 sword.
We're not using that. No, stop it.
I don't think there's a death saving throw from decapitation. But
I'm
not a
pretty
death
sure you
saving
have
throw.
more than 100 HP currently, so I think
You
you'll be
don't know
fine.
how much HP I have.
I'm guessing.
Bold of you to assume I didn't fight a shark before this.
I think we would know if you fought a shark before this. Thank you very much.
Every morning I first wake up 8 hours before everyone else.
Goes
That needs
shark
to be the
wrestling every
first.
morning.
That needs to be the first comic that we make. It's just like the secret life of Maxwell, what he gets up to before anyone else gets up.
Which is hilarious because we have elves in this party, so they're the ones who's supposed to be getting up first.
Mm.
Maxwell just
Like-
doesn't sleep, just lives off of coffee.
As soon as like
Would
all the
explain
elves
so much.
trance, he just fucking like sneaks out and is just like, all right, like rubs his hands together like a fucking villain. Time to find a shark.
In the middle of a continent, I'm gonna fight the first shark I see.
I've never drawn a shark before, but I'll try.
Well, good luck, everyone. We are getting into a fight with sharks whenever we're on the boat.
No, that's it. I'm done.
Making a pillow fort. I mean, like, if all three of us pitch in, like... Oh, you're just fucking rolling it. Okay, fine, then, Okay, then I'll do the Constitution, sure. I call cuddling Varys.
Okay. Then I call cuddling Aspen.
Aspen kind of just... He just blinks a little bit, and his ears kind of go red, and he's just like, I'm amenable to this situation. I can just see it's like, spoon, layer of spoon. Varys is the smallest spoon. And then it's Aspen.
As
And
it
then
should
Maxwell
be.
is just wrapped around. I'm sobbing. I love these goofballs so much.
I just have a
Scrying.
question. I said I have a question. The Ring of the Ram, does it does it work while you're asleep, or does she have to take it off and revert
Wait.
back to her old image?
The Ring of the Ram or the Ring of Disguise?
The Ram of Disguise, you know what I mean?
I think-
The ring that she has.
I'm now imagining you can have a goat with you
Go.
that magically changes your appearance, but you always have a goat. It's a
It's
goated
like-
item.
It's like that magic item in video games of like, go here to change your appearance once the game has started.
I can't. Sorry, I couldn't think of it.
Ring of
See?
Disguise,
Don't
Ring of
know
the
it either.
Ram.
I thought it was.
We're talking about the goat here.
In the description, it says the spell ends if the ring is removed. So
Okay.
I'm guessing that it works as long as it's on your finger.
All right, never mind. That's my question. I didn't know if I did take it off to recharge it or something. Oh my god!
Well, I guess as far as his food sorted.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Oh, the poor goat! The poor goat!
We just got a goat and we just lost a goat.
Well, I guess.
Somebody better put it in there.
Well,
Oh my
in that case,
God.
Arabella's gonna pet the goat to make sure no one harms it.
You just open the door and he's there. He's just already there, just chilling.
Apparently the rooms that we bought just came with an extra goat as part of the prize.
Lots of people left and just forgot their goat. It's the room goat.
And that goat
It's Paul.
is coming with us when we
He stays
leave.
with the room.
Did you just say the
I'm gonna
Did you say
take
the
the
ghost's
goat.
name is Paul?
Mm-hmm.
I
I
did not name
approve.
the goat paw.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I
he's
mean,
coming
like,
with us
mood.
when we leave.
I've never done animation before.
Well,
I'm just thinking about freaking this random goat, and then like a bear is turning into a bear, and me becoming the little girl from Jurassic Park. What? Don't tell me you're gonna eat the goat!
Yes.
We
Wait,
need concept
we-
art of
we
Paul
have
first.
We have him. We have a group mascot now.
Paul.
Paul.
Oh my god. No, please.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
This is why we have diamonds.
For Paul
You're
specifically.
thinking this is why we have spices and make curry.
No, Paul.
Oh no!
Yep.
Yes.
this goat. What is this goat? Paul sides of Paul.
20 sides
Oh,
of Paul.
Yes.
In his journey.
Can we keep like the friends like logo tag thing where it's just P dot A? Oh, darn. Can we just change it up a little bit and like add a squiggly?
Apparently.
So-
Sorry, got sidetracked. I'll be quiet.
Paul is a thing. Paul
Now
is
that
our
we have
mascot.
Paul, are we goated?
Yes.
No, please. But he's just a baby. He was just born.
Button.
But we just. But
I've not.
Yes.
nope. Wait. But DM, we just got a kid, and you're killing him.
No.
No.
I will let you kill Paul before you kill Lettuce.
Oh.
So heartless. No, no, no. Take Lennis before you take Paul.
No.
Fuck off.
Aerosmith needs to live.
It
Airspin
really
is never
doesn't.
happening.
That's my brother.
You now need to to account for a goat.
Oh my god.
I can change the episode name to just Paul. Yeah.
I like
I
how
love it.
it's just gonna be like this, and people are gonna open up this episode, start watching, and have no idea what the fuck Paul is until the very last 10 minutes.
We did this.
Yes.
I mean,
That's up to you.
is there a better note to end on than Paul?
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm just, out of character. Does Fiora get some, or is she just like, where did everybody go? Like, is she okay?
I feel like somebody tells Lily.
This
Bella. Fucks! Someone
So
tells
far,
Lily Berry.
Bella's been called Lily twice, been called a pixie. Everyone's just dissing Bella.
I mean, if she can, she will. Okay.
It's whenever we find out the room that we left for Fiora isn't used because she just goes to one of their bedrooms.
Yeah, you know what?
I
That's
mean,
so valid.
probably.
Yep. It's a waste of gold.
Eh.
Pay it back, Fiora. I paid a room for you and you didn't even use it.
Fiora's broke! What money do you...
Well, you
I
better
also was not aware that you got a room for her.
I don't know how. Pay it back. Get out.
Figure it out. Oh my god.
Good lord, this group is a fucking mess.
Duality of the situation.
I'll do you a solid then, Asher. Right. Arabella and Ahmed obviously go up to the room that they're in. Ahmed sits down on the bed and is like, "Hey, I'm gonna start scrying now. I just need you to sit in front of me so that if I fall, you catch me. Scrying takes a lot out of me, so be prepared." And we'll then just scry.
Gotcha. Well,
There is panic in her eyes.
I'm so
What?
pissed. I've been muted on stream and not Discord for a very long time.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think I hit a
Now Paul's
hotkey.
gonna be even more confusing.
I
So
just...
20 starts to failure, so we go up to its name.
I didn't know there's not a hotkey for that. What?
Is
Continue.
there any?
No.
Is there any way? No. Okay.
No. It's fine. I think it's only been for Paul. No, that's a lie.
That sucks.
It's been... Fuck, it's been... man.
The entire episode.
No. It's probably been 40 minutes, though.
oh,
Continue. Oh, fuck. I
She's
did it when I
gonna
was
look at
snacking. That's right.
that.
Fuck. Sorry. I'll shut up.
she's gonna look at Ahmed and go, "What did you see?"
Absolutely nothing. I saw nothing. It wouldn't go through. The spell wouldn't go through. I don't know where she is. I don't know how she is.
Airman, calm down. Listen to me. It's
I'm
probably
listening.
that. I'm talking.
I'm listening.
Okay, and I haven't gotten a chance to get my words out.
Please
should-
do.
She goes, "Okay, listen. It's probably because she might be in a place right now where it can't be reached. You know magic as well as I do. It can be a little finicky sometimes. I can't always reach out to Regan. Not when I want to. But we need to have faith and trust in her. She's strong. She can get through this. You might be tired. If you're tired, your well of magical power is probably low and you need to recharge."
I'm fine. And it is very clear she is not fine.
Look, I'm worried about her too. We all are. And I know you're our only connection to her right now, but you need to keep some form of level of head on yourself. Okay? Give it some time. Try again in the morning.
I don't think I'm going to be able to sleep.
I'd advise you to sleep.
I can't reach Onwin. And Lennis
know-
is God knows where.
Lennis is on a personal mission for myself. I want to know
Yeah, I
more
know
about
you
what's
want
going on
information.
with the royal family. Yes. To give myself some peace of mind. And she just kind of sits and kind of holds her and goes, look, I know you and I are always a little rocky. We don't always see eye to eye. We have the same weight on our shoulders. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just okay. She goes, we don't always see eye to eye. But for now, and she's just gonna sit back on the bed and pull Airmed and just kind of like hold her.
What
We'll
are
pray
you
together,
doing?
comforting you. I know, it's new for me too.
Yeah, it feels odd.
Just go with it. Let's pray together. And then she'll look down at Airmed and she'll start reciting a prayer, and then she'll start gently singing an elvish lullaby. And like to like try to get her to relax and maybe like lull her to sleep.
I think the exhaustion would eventually creep up on her. But there'd be a very quiet, like, tired mumble of, wake me up, Linus Sketson.
She'll nod. I will. I'll let you know. And she'll just continue softly singing her elvish song. And just kind of gently rubbing her hand on her arm softly. Then she's like gonna kind of look up and go. She'll kind of speak in Elvish up to on like and hoping that somewhere in the universe Alwyn will hear her. We're coming for you. You don't know it, but we've always been beside you. And sooner or later, you'll be back reunited with us safe and sound. You can watch Maxwell drink every bad drink in every tavern we come across. Watch Varys be the strong Eladrian elf that we have. Listen to Aspen. And she just kind of, her breath kind of shakes a little bit. Listen to Aspen. He may always come across. He may come across as annoyed sometimes with me and with others, but he cares deeply. You know this, I know this. Listen to Airmen. As she prays and bickers with Lennis. We're with you, Onwin. We're waiting for you. So just hang on a little longer. May the gods be with you. And she'll just kind of put her head on Aramed's head.
Alright. Well, with that, we'll end today's session. Thank you very much for chat. Sorry that I was a dum-dum and apparently forgot to unmute myself when I was done snacking. I hit the button, but apparently it didn't register. So that silence was really funny stuff. You should have been here for it. Thank you to my players. I appreciate all that you do, even if you make Paul. That's the thing I have to deal with now. It's fine. Join us on YouTube to watch anything that you miss. Otherwise, please come back next Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another episode of 20 Sides of Paul. I mean failure. Bye.
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 Mr.
Boyfriend's
Paul
a
is a
bitch.
bitch.
Yeah, oh my
Eat shit.
We love Paul.